leaders are making difficult decisions to reduce the number of inmates in our 2 county jails to prevent a COVID-19 outbreak on the inside.
One of the critical issues is not having so many people coming and going. People who might bring an infection in while they're at the jail for 12 or 24 hours.
So the work release program will be suspended for roughly 60 inmates. Instead of returning to the King County Jail after work, folks will return to their homes. 180 inmates held in King County for state corrections will be returned to state facilities. And the county has also asked that misdemeanants who have already been sentenced to serve their time will do so after the COVID-19 outbreak.
All their legal obligations remain.
In addition, the county is working with the prosecutor and public defender to stop bookings of lesser offenses that don't involve violence or a particular danger to the public.
We will be extremely careful. I know the prosecutor, the judges, everyone will be very careful to try to separate the wheat from the chaff and only release those they feel are not a significant danger.
Bottom line, says King County Executive Constantine. Anything that can be done to prevent the spread of coronavirus must be top priority.
The key here is to reduce harm and maintain public safety. And it is a difficult balancing act.
What is your stress and level of concern that you have right now at your hospital?
And we're being asked to face that with little to no equipment it's really scary and it doesn't feel real.
I talked to a local nurse on the phone today. She asked I keep her identity a secret so she doesn't lose her job. She also doesn't want me to reveal for which hospital she works.
So honestly, my worst fear is that we go exactly down the same path as Italy. Our hospitals are overrun.
She's scared she'd ultimately have to choose which patients to save if they run out of ventilators.
Where it's like you only help those who have a shot, and you have to just decide like who's past the point of being helped, which is honestly a crazy place to be in right now.
To help supplies last longer for the healthcare system in the U.S., the CDC recently loosened some of its guidelines. This includes allowing medical workers to wear bandanas or scarves to protect themselves if masks aren't available. I also talked to a woman named Christy. She's married to an ER doctor. Christy hopes people heed the stay-at-home order to prevent hospitals from getting overwhelmed.
They are risking their lives, and the least we can all do is everything that we can do in our power to keep them safe.
Is trying to crack down on people selling household products at much higher prices than normal. So far, the company has suspended thousands of accounts to try and limit price gouging on its site. KOMO's Nick Popham is live tonight. He's reporting on how this is affecting Amazon customers right here in Washington. Nick?
Many of the people who go shopping on Amazon to try to avoid those crowded grocery stores say they've essentially been left with 2 options, either go without or buy something at a much higher price than they're used to buying it.
Everything is just ridiculously priced.
Susie Knott has been frustrated during this pandemic. She frequently shops on Amazon for groceries and other items, but recently she claims the prices haven't been the same.
It's kind of hit and miss.
For example, she was shopping for Cheerios to buy for her husband and saw most of the boxes were sold out.
Everything said unavailable, not available, out of stock. And then I saw a 2-box set and looked at it, and it was $70.14 for the 2 boxes.
And she's not alone. Multiple people have been taking to social media claiming they've seen prices skyrocket. It's why Amazon is suspending nearly 4,000 accounts for allegedly price gouging customers out of things like cereal and emergency powder.
You know, you get used to buying your regular cleaning supplies and household supplies, and things are, twice to 3 times the price.
We reached out to Amazon and no one got back to us. But earlier this week, they posted to their company blog saying they are, quote, making clear to all of our sellers our long-standing policies that ensure fair pricing, monitoring our stores 24/7 through both automated and manual means, and aggressively removing bad actors and offers, collaborating with federal, state, and local law enforcement agencies and policymakers to hold price gougers accountable, staying focused on our customers and protecting their interests. Knott hopes Amazon will continue to stock up on goods and get rid of people taking advantage of this pandemic.
They need to go away because it's just not right.
Crimes leads to a chase across 2 counties and cost one trooper his life.
Investigators say 28-year-old Washington State Trooper Justin Schaefer was putting down a spike strip when he was run over by the man they were trying to stop. KOMO's Joel Moreno live tonight in Chehalis with the new developments. Joel?
Preston, troopers and deputies were doing all they could to stop this driver. Investigators say he robbed a store the day before and threatened the clerk. And after he ran over that trooper, he had no intention of stopping. This viewer video shows where the chase finally ended. Heavily armed officers backed away before the driver, identified as William Thompson, could finally be coaxed out to surrender. But by then, investigators say he'd already killed a trooper.
We were still investigating the circumstances as to why, but it led to the trooper being struck by the suspect vehicle.
Trooper Justin Schaefer had joined Thurston County deputies in trying to stop Thompson. Thompson was recognized as the same man who terrorized a convenience store the day before. This surveillance footage shows Thompson at the counter. The clerk says she was immediately frightened.
And then something he's weird because his eyes is, I can tell because I'm scared.
Thompson dashed out and the clerk followed. The footage shows them coming back in and Thompson appears to point a stun gun at them.
I follow him and then he say he brings stun gun.
The clerk says the man then sped off. Deputies eventually spotted Thompson on I-5 and the chase began. Trooper Schaefer was just trying to help bring him in.
But we're a family. This is a family, and the family lost a brave family member.
Schaefer was 28 and married. His father is the police chief in Chehalis, and so many in the community are now devastated.
We are crying with them today, tomorrow, and in the future. And my heart is broken for the family, and our prayers go out to them.